Greetings, Echo Cluster. This is Commander Koski reporting live from the Megarena. On this turn 33, things proceed a bit slowly and uneventfully as last turn. Reminding the ongoing bigger conflicts are the only real arenas of interest, but they are very interesting. For the beginning of this show, a handy tip from Chrome. If there are pesky cloakers harassing you, just grab a Horvath rock flying around in space and put it in tow. And then you can see those nasty pesky cloakers on your planets. That's a handy tip from Chrome. Then this is very interesting. The bloody evil empire civil war. Fortune and Sovereign have been fighting against each other for multiple turns, and take a look the amount of beating that Superstar Destroyer is able to take with right hand bones over there. But here, the ships we last turn admired, the Quantum Torp Nova Morgans had, of course, was meant to take over this whole world by Dragon 22, who then dropped in that desperate position. And the Virgo was indeed going to Chrome's planet. Morgans has taken already 3 planets from Chrome. And now the situation is extremely interesting for the whole Megarena, because in the scoreboard, Horvath Cram is only in 2-planet lead to Morgans, and Morgans is gaining on to Cram. Cram is very nearby, Morgans is close, there's just Joshua between them. And which one will win? It will be interesting to see. The Horvath can try to overcome with numbers, but the Privateer have absolute upper hand against the Horvath, as they can move so much faster, and as they rob, for example, pods, they just vanish. They have just 1 kiloton of fuel on them, and when they are robbed, they just vanish. And you can use the I and O buttons on the star map to see the exact locations where the pods will be in the future turns, and just move there cloaked and rob them if you need to. So, and also the same is true with the warships. If you are underneath them with the cloaked ship and you rob them and you are not in a proto field, if you are in a proto field and you rob, your ship instantly destroys. But if you are not in a robo field and you rob a Horvath ship empty, it will vanish. So the Privateer has an absolute upper hand. And remember, if there's no proto field, it's always safe to rob, because rob happens in host before proto field is laid. So that was the situation now on the Megarena, and let's talk a little about the Borg on Megarena, because there's not much to say about them. They are the worst. They are the worst. They are the absolute worst. They are worse on Megarena than Evil Empire is in classic setting. And a bit the same way, 2 players picked Borg for this game, and they are both dead. They didn't think this through, just like the players who pick Evil Empire in classic don't think it through. And that also is something that makes them do even worse than what the race could, because the race is simply worse than anybody else on any. They don't have anything in the beginning to protect them. They are weak from the enemy. They could build an annihilation with Mark IV to protect against, let's say, Birdman, who comes cloaked and attacks the homeworld. But that's so easy to counter. Just go with another cloaked ship, tow the annihilation away, and then attack the planets. That one annihilation can help, but it's not a big use. Also, the fire clouds are not that useful in this setting as this is the universe is made out of cheese. There's so many holes everywhere, these wormholes, and they are like permanent channels. They will not go away. The stability remains around 100. 99 and 100 is very close, and I'm sure they will be stable for the remainder of the game, and new wormholes will emerge. So fire clouds are not that useful. Also, fire clouds, if you need fire clouds, you don't need the Borg. The enemy, like Morgans, privateer can steal them, and they don't need the Borg for anything. So Beagle just died, and Beagle's fire clouds keep on living in the hands of the privateer. So you can choose the Borg for Megarena. For the same reasons, you can choose Evil Empire for classic games for masochistic purposes. But let's see if something will be changed in the future in Hey Megarena!
Planet's extravagance.